I don't know about you, but I say we do another roll reveal of one of the double capped tubes. How about this 1943 Denver Mint? Let's see what we get. I mentioned in the very first video that is titled Double Capped Tubes, coin tubes, that the history behind a double capped coin tube. So, if you really want to do yourself a favor and get the most out of this video, please do me a favor as well as yourself and check that one out. It was the one that I uploaded just before this one. It has all of the information. I promise this video will be significantly shorter because I just want to see what's inside these, and I bet you do too. So let's get right to that, shall we? All right, first things first. What we're going to do here is open up this double cap tube. If you don't know what this double capped tube signifies, check out the video, like I just mentioned right before this one. The reason why I'm opening this is obviously, as I mentioned in the last video, because the gentleman that sold these to me, his name is Dennis from New Hampshire, and he was gracious enough to give me the ability to purchase a whole bunch of them that are double cap tubes like this that have most likely been in their rolls in these little tubes like this since the 1950s. Which is, by the way, this is the very first ever coin tube that was invented in the early 1950s. That information is in the video before. So let's get right to opening this one, and hopefully I can get the end cap off of these. They are not the easiest little things to do, but we're going to do our best to get this off. I use a white piece of paper here, just so you're aware, rather than black, because the camera has a harder time with the black than it does the white. So that's the reason why. There we go. We got that end off, and I got one coin out already. All right, so there's one coin that popped out the end, but the rest of these aren't coming out so easy. So far, looks like a pretty nice roll, and I'm kind of happy about that. Pull the cap off the other end, and I'll show you how to open these, because that one came out the other end too. So there we go. So we've got that one's got a little bit of what we call the milk spots on it, nothing major, which is usually very common for a 1943 roll to have what we call milk spots on them. They're caused by condensation on the zinc. If you've ever used zinc coated screws, for example, that will wind up being one of those things where you'll see them turn colors over the course of time and kind of like that white cloudy look to them and stuff, and now you know why. Before this thing rolls away on me, let's try and get it opened up. I'm using a very sharp utensil, which I don't recommend taking a sharp utensil to your coins unless you know what you're doing, and everybody's going to go, oh, you're using a sharp utensil. I am not going to cut all the way through this PVC tube. I'm actually just going to score it and let the shrunken PVC do the rest of the work. Shrunken PVC likes to not be shrunken any longer, so if if you just score it, you can actually break the tube open. Oh my lord. Uh Holy cow. Um I'm going to stop this video and make sure I get a mask on real quick. Hold on. Okay, I have my mask on now because after seeing what just came out of this tube, I don't want to breathe on them. I don't like wearing gloves because I can't really pick the coins up well. I do know how to handle coins. As you can tell, I tried to lay them all out in a row. I don't like them in a large bunch. So what I attempt to do is catch them only from their edges. Unbelievable. This is, I'm not sure I've ever seen a roll of 43D like this. And these are not reprocessed. These are, I mean, take a look at that. That's absolutely insane. Um, that's incredible. Now, 1943 Denver Mint coins, the steel cents were known for having. I'm actually kind of shaking a little bit. Were known for having really nice surfaces to them, but this is insane. That this is That's crazy. I mean, it's one coin right after the other. They're perfect, including the reverse. I don't really need to go much further with this roll reveal because I think all I need to do is grade these out and take a look at them. But Dennis, if you're watching, um, I'm I'm kind of in awe at these. Thank you is about all I can currently say. Um, there's a couple of spots on them. Here's one with a few of the milk spots on it. You can actually see them right in front of his, right. Yeah, there you go. You can see them right in front of his, above the date and stuff like that in front of his face. That's about the, jeez, this is just nuts. Um, yeah, I'm not going to go too much further with this. The 1943D are known for being very, very shiny because they used some very nice fresh dyes. Um, and I'm seeing quite a few coins in here now that have some of those milk spots on them. But look, all it takes is one or two coins to make the entire roll, and I'm stunned. I need to put my glasses back on. Actually, they're on my head. That tells you how. I'm just putting them on now. This is just insane. Absolutely incredible. There's one with quite a few milk spots on the back side of it, which is moisture condensation. So as we get further into the roll, we're seeing quite a few of those, but we're gonna call this quits to this. I'll be back in a second, and then I'll do a grade out on this and just see what I wind up with. Wow, cool. Well, upon further review, the 43D has some really nice surfaces, but unfortunately, as you can tell down here by the 64s and 65s, there's a lot of coins in this roll that have a lot of milk spots to them. Some of the 66s have some minor milk spots, but they'll still make 66. There's one lone 66 plus. There's four 67s, which are kind of nice, but there are three that are 67 plus or good shot at 67 plus up here. And they're just, they're phenomenal looking coins as you can see when I tip these things up. They're just absolutely gorgeous. So, I mean, beautiful coins. Unfortunate for the bottom ones, but the money is in these up here. Not that I'm going to sell these. I don't do that. I keep these intact actually, and that's kind of the nice part about it. But those are some absolutely stunning coins, absolutely beautiful, well struck, fresh dies on them, obverse, reverse, both of them. So there you go. That's this particular video, and I'm going to leave this one alone, and we're going to post this. This one's not exceptionally long, but I was impressed by that. So I'm having fun with this. If you haven't been able to tell. You guys have a good evening. Thank you very much for watching. And hopefully, if you like this video, you'll subscribe and watch more. That's the whole idea behind this. Thanks.